What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Central Division playoff race here, as it's a race for the top of the division. Jets have never won the Central Division. It would be big if they could this season, and I'm going to talk about why in this video. The Central Division is a three-headed monster headlined by the Dallas Stars, Winnipeg Jets, and the Colorado Avalanche, all within 2 points of first place. Now, the Winnipeg Jets are only 2 points behind the Dallas Stars, who lead the division, but they have 3 games in hand on them. And of course, those games in hand don't mean much unless you win them. However, it does give Winnipeg a little bit of an edge in terms of, the possibility of winning the division. Now, the goal is to always win your division, but this year it would be even more, and I'd even say necessary for Winnipeg if they want to go on a long run, because they wouldn't have to play Colorado or Dallas in the first round. They'd actually have to play each other, and I feel like that would be a pretty long series, maybe 6 or 7 for sure, between Colorado and Dallas, and they could beat each other up, and Jets wouldn't have to deal with that. They would go off to play LA or Nashville in the first round, and I feel a lot more comfortable playing them. And it's not to say that I don't have confidence in the Jets beating the Stars or Colorado. I just think they're a much bigger challenge than the Predators or maybe the Kings are at this point. I don't think the Jets would have much problem with either of those teams. The Kings are a good team, but their goaltending, just the lack of depth there, and just the want to play Pierre-Luc Dubois in the playoffs. That'd be a lot of fun, right? Kick Dubois' team down to the curb. That would be kind of a poetic moment. So I think that it would be a perfect time to win the division. It'd be a great time for Winnipeg to win their first Central Division banner since relocating to Winnipeg. I think that would be amazing. And with 3 games in hand on Dallas, I think they can totally do it. But on the flip side, it might be a little bit of a trap to win the division, because the Vegas Golden Knights loaded up at the trade deadline, traded for Mantha, Hanifin, and down the line they're going to have Tomas Hertl as well. So they are going to be a much stronger team. I'm assuming that, at some point Mark Stone will come off IR and, be playing in the playoffs. So if LA is able to capture a spot at the end of the season in the top 3 of the Pacific like they are right now, it is going to be a little bit interesting, because the Golden Knights would be in a wild card spot, they'd be getting all those guys back, and they'd be a really tough out in the first round. So obviously I'd love to win the Central. I'd love the Jets to win the Central. A banner would be big. I believe they can do it. I mean, Chevy went all in. He really added to this roster. The team looks really good, but now can they close it out? Can they finish it off? I would love them to. But if they win it, and then their first round is the Vegas Golden Knights, well, hey, they got to slay that dragon, right? They've been having problems with Vegas in the past, have not been able to beat them in the playoffs, or 0 for 2 in the past 5 years or whatever it is since Vegas joined the league. It's time. If the Jets are going to be playing the Golden Knights, then hey, they got to take them on. If they're playing Nashville or LA, I don't really see them posing a threat, to be totally honest with you. 5 or 6 games max in those series. I think the Winnipeg Jets can handle them. Not only does Winnipeg have games in hand on Dallas and Colorado, they also have very easy games down the stretch here, and that is, obviously very nice. The Predators, who I don't think pose much of a threat playoff-wise, not the best team, currently have a wild card spot. Ducks, Blue Jackets, Rangers are very good, Devils are pretty mediocre, Islanders are, again, a little bit of a middling team. Washington, and then you got Edmonton and the Golden Knights. Those teams are going to be tough. Ottawa, LA, Calgary, the Wild, the Predators again, and then a big 2 games here against Dallas and Colorado. And then you got Seattle and Vancouver to end the season. Most of those games are not very tough, very mid to lower end teams. I think the Jets can win most of those games, to be totally honest. If they go on a run here, I don't see a reason they can't win the Central Division. On the flip side of that, though, Dallas also does not have a very tough schedule here, as they have the Devils, Kings, Coyotes, Penguins, Coyotes again, Sharks, Canucks, Kraken, Oilers, Blackhawks, Avalanche, Sabres, Jets, Kraken, and the Blues. So not very many tough teams there. Jets, Avalanche, Oilers, and the Canucks headlining that. A lot of the same teams that Winnipeg is going to be playing down the stretch, but they just have less games to play at this point. So if Winnipeg's able to run the table here, go on a big winning streak, and just beat out the Dallas Stars, I think that's huge. I think the Stars are definitely the team I'm most scared of out of the 2. I think the Jets can beat Colorado in 6 or 7 for sure. Dallas, I'm not sure. The Jets have proved that Dallas is a tough team. Dallas has taken them to school this season. Obviously they have not played the Jets when they've had Tyler Toffoli and Colin Miller, but the Jets also haven't played Dallas when they've had Chris Tanev either. So It's going to be very interesting how it all shakes up, but if we get Dallas and Winnipeg in round 1, that is going to be crazy. That's going to be the headliner of round 1 in my opinion. That's a very tough series. But at this point, we have 18 games to go on the season. I think the Jets can win the division. I would love if they could win the division and then, let it all play out how it will. I think that Vegas will get a top 3 spot in the Pacific. I don't think the Jets are going to be playing Vegas round 1. It would be a lot of fun, I think. But, in an ideal world, the Winnipeg Jets win the Central Division and they play Nashville or LA in the first round. That would be the dream. And then, play the winner of Colorado and Dallas after they've had a presumably long series anyway. But that is where my head's at. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think the Jets can do it this season? I think they can, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. So leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Jets, go! Bye-bye.